many of you probably don't know me, but I've got quite a few slides in my presentation, but given that this is a very creative place, I've tried to keep it as much visual as possible rather than boring text. So if you're bored, do tell me. Right, Wales Puja Committee, I'll just run through these. So we are a registered charity. We've been around for a good few decades. The organization started off celebrating several of the Hindu festivals, but as we've grown, we now have a lot of art and cultural type events. I don't know if any one of you attended the Indian Mela in St. David's Hall in the spring of last year, but that was one of our really good art and cultural achievements. So our aim is overall to promote social cohesion among the communities. So we try to be a social community organization, that remains our motive. So we do not have any paid members of staff. We are all volunteers. Most of us are working. We have a few retired members as well. In fact, I feel really proud to tell you that on this project, not a penny of public money is being spent on hiring staff. It is entirely being delivered voluntarily. Absolutely every person within Wales Puja Committee who's working on the project is doing so voluntarily. So our members' work goes without saying very hard to make all our events successful. Our regular events like the Durga Puja or any of the other regular yearly events are all funded through voluntary donations. It's only when we have special projects like these which we cannot sustain without outside support, where we need funding from other sources. And our membership is open to all, even though often people ask, we celebrate Hindu festivals. Does that mean we're closed? No, we're not. Absolutely everyone is welcome to join us, and all our events are open for absolutely anyone to attend. This, just to give you an idea of what we've been doing on the cultural front, this was the Indian Mela, so that's the poster for the event. And as you can see, the First Minister Carvin Jones opening the event in St. David's Hall. So this was May last year. We've had a couple of 2-3 other Melas before as well. So, Durga Puja, that's our most important festival. It's celebrated over 5 days in the autumn, typically the end of September or early October. And the dates vary because it's based on the lunar Hindu calendar. And so there is a change every year. Now the centerpiece of the festival is a set of 5 clay images of Goddess Durga and her 4 children. So you've got Ganesh, which probably many of you know is the god with the elephant head. That's Ganesh. And then you've got Lakshmi, who's considered the goddess of wealth. Saraswati is the goddess of music and education. Or learning rather, and then you've got Kartik as well, the other son. This, I've nicked this image from the internet, so no copy. I hope I'm not falling in trouble with the copyright police, but it's an illustration by somebody, which shows Goddess Durga killing the evil demon Mahishasur, which is what the Durga Puja celebrates. Just as a background for what the festival is about. So, Wales Puja Committee's Durga Puja, it was the first in Wales and continues to be the only one celebrated in the traditional way that was celebrated in West Bengal in India traditionally. It has been celebrated in the Penriol Community Centre for over 20 years now. Overall, we have more than 500 families attending, not everyone on all the days because everybody's got work commitments, family commitments, but we have a membership of about 500 families who overall attend the festival. We have people from far and beyond staying over in Cardiff to attend the festival. So There are a couple of families who come from the far end of Cornwall, book hotels here, come and stay over and attend the festival. Not long ago, we used to live in Pembrokeshire, and we used to book hotels and come over, stay for 3 days, attend the festival. So it is a big draw for us socially, emotionally. But things went so easy when it started off. This is going back to the early 70s, when a clay image was a dream. A set of canvas prints of Goddess Durga and her children were used. And I believe this was not in a hall or any public place, this was in somebody's house. That's how the organization started. I couldn't tell you which year, I wasn't around then, as you can imagine. Over the years, we've had different images that were worshipped, some brought in from India, some, two built over here in Cardiff. I think this was the image that was built in 2002 in the old library, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. And this is our spectacular set of images. Sorry, I'm beating the drums here a little bit, but they are beautiful, aren't they? So they've been the centerpiece of our festival for 7 years, since 2009, and hopefully we'll have the new set this year. Just a few shots showing a few traditions. I won't try to detail each one of them. We'll be here all night, but just to give you a flavor for the various things that go on. Communal eating is a big part of the festival. Everybody who comes to the festival is served food free of cost. It doesn't matter how much they donate. You come, you always eat with us together, everybody eats together. So that's a big, big part of our culture. What you see there is the community kitchen in Penreol Community Centre. So you can see our own members cooking. We find a few members over here who are in the photo. Where am I looking for them? There we go. Cultural programs, another big draw of our festivals. So it's not just adults, but young children performing. And they really, really make the evenings worth going, even if the next day is a working day. Doesn't matter how late we get home, but this is an absolute important part of the festival. Children, particularly those of Indian origin, they learn a little bit of their culture while they're growing up here in Wales as well. So you can see some learning events going on there in one of the back rooms in Penreol Community Centre. Right, a few facts about our Durga Puja. Typically our footfalls between 1,200 and 1,500 people. Sometimes we have more when we have the entire weekend. Obviously more people turn up. The Bengali Hindu community in South Wales and beyond have very strong emotional and cultural connection to the festival. So it's very, very important to us. We always earmark our annual leave for those days. It's that important. So we have, as you saw earlier, rich cultural programs, and this is usually on at least 3 evenings every time out of the 5. And again, free food, so just repeating what you saw in the pictures. Right, clay image making. This generally, just talking about it, is a rural art form in the state of West Bengal, and it's very deeply tied with the festival of Durga Puja, because that's where the biggest, the most spectacular clay images are made, if that's the right way to put it. And there is a lot of cultural significance to the images. It isn't just the art side of it done and that's it. There is significance with the festival itself as part of the image making. In recent years, it's evolved so much. If you go to Calcutta, which is the capital of West Bengal, or Kolkata as it's called now, unless one has seen it, it's difficult to imagine what goes on in the city. So you have to be there to see it. Every every set of images, they just draw your attention the most, they're unique. And they're housed in these unique temporary structures called the pandals. I'm sure many of you know about the pandals. They're all pieces of art in themselves. Innovation has become a norm these days, and that's one of the things that we hope this project can achieve over here with all the creative folks that we have. Again, images nicked off the net, so please excuse me for the copyright. It's just showing traditionally somebody making clay images. So as Dr. Rappa was saying about the clay image making projects that we did here in Wales, we did it twice, once in 2002 and once in 2009. So done twice, and we had two artists from West Bengal, just like we'll have hopefully this year as well, coming in and staying over for a while, making these images. They did it over a period of 3 weeks in the National History Museum in St. Fagans, in their Royal Gallery. And on every single day, because you can't close that bit off, it was open to everybody who was visiting the museum. So I'll just skim through a few pictures just for you to see what the image making project was like. This is probably of a lot of interest to all our artistic folks over here. That's the basic structure, which is got sort of the wooden carpentry side done, and then you've got a layer of hay, I believe, that's wrapped around it, hay and string. So just skimming through a few images. And then I believe last time paper mache was used as a layer on top of that to create another sort of layer of the modeling. And then finally clay was used, layers of paint added, and then there's a collage showing the various phases. That was an opening event of the inauguration of the images in St. Fagans. And then this was the final finished